Where are you from and what's your name?
I'm Charlotte. I'm from England, but I live in Vietnam at the moment.
Right. The purpose of moving is to teach.
Yep, I teach English here. Yeah, that's my job.
Great. So how long have you been there?
I've been here 5, 6 years now. Six, I think. Almost
Great.
six. Yeah. How about
So
you?
it has been almost 3 years.
Okay. You know you like somewhere where you stay when you stay there for that long.
Right. So how is the experience of teaching over there in Vietnam?
Yeah. I, like if you get a good company, it's good.
Mhm.
If you get a bad company, then you can find just positions you don't want to be in.
Right.
Um, but I'm very lucky. I have a good company. Um, they are very supportive with materials that we need and things that we need for the classroom and class numbers, how many children are in the classroom, all that kind of thing. So my company are very nice for the most part. So yeah, my experience teaching here has been a mixed bag. Like when I first got here, I worked for a different company. They were more disorganized, and it was a bit more chaotic. And now this company is more organized and it's a lot less chaotic.
Wow. That's pretty cool. So are you able to go to school or you are giving online classes?
At the moment, I'm teaching on Cambly, and I also teach some Vietnamese children online.
Hmm.
Mm, but the children are not at school because of COVID.
Right.
Um, and only there's I work for public schools, and
Hmm.
the public schools don't go online to learn English. Only private schools go online to learn English.
Right.
Um, so at the moment, I'm only doing Cambly and private work online. Yeah,
Okay, wonderful. Great. So you live by yourself?
I live with a friend.
Ah,
Um, yeah, I don't think I'd like to live alone. How
okay.
about
So
you?
yes, please.
Do you live alone or do you live with somebody?
No, I live with my wife. My family
Okay,
is here with me.
nice.
Right. So are you able to go back to your country?
Yeah, no, I am able to. Um, whether I'm going to is another thing.
Ah, so you are going permanently or just to visit your country?
I will go back permanently if the situation in Vietnam
Mhm.
doesn't get better.
Right.
Mm. Because we haven't taught in the classroom for 6 months now. Um,
Right.
and
Mhm.
in this year, we have only taught in the classroom for 3 months of the whole year. We have taught in the classroom. All the other
Ah,
time, we've been off for COVID.
so what is the situation over there?
So everything is starting to open up slowly.
Mhm.
Um, but where I am, we have been in like full lockdown. You can't leave your house other than to buy food and pharmacy for 2.5 months. Um,
Okay.
and we've been in semi lockdown for 5 months.
Mhm.
So
Right,
depressing.
right. So do you think the situation over there is getting better slowly?
Yeah, I think it's definitely getting better. Um, the city I'm in,
Hmm.
pretty much everyone over the age of 18 has had their first vaccine. Um, and the cases in my city are very low. Mm, the cases in the other big city are very high. So my city didn't want to become like the other city, so they locked down quickly.
Uh,
So I think my city will be okay. Vietnam as a whole is questionable.
ah, okay. All right. So, what about the vaccination? Have you got vaccinated?
I've had one, yeah.
Which one did you get?
I got AstraZeneca.
AstraZeneca is I what I have heard that it's not very good. So,
Okay.
did you have like after effects after getting it?
Not really, no. I had like a slight headache,
Hmm.
and my arm hurt where it had been jabbed, but I was fine. Um, and I know lots of other people here who have had it, and yeah, similar symptoms, slight headache, but okay.
Yeah, but for me, it was terrible. Uh, I had a
Really?
fever after getting it for 8 to 10 hours. I couldn't like walk because of the weakness,
Oh,
and
wow.
whole body was burning. And the same is the situation with my wife. She got her second dose of AstraZeneca. Like the first one was Pfizer, but when
Okay.
she had gotten Pfizer, she had been okay. But
Yeah.
after getting AstraZeneca, it was terrible for both of us.
So did you get two AstraZenecas or just one?
I got one first
Mm.
because I was recovered with COVID-19.
Okay.
So at that time, I came to know that I only need one dose.
Oh, wow,
Uh,
really?
yes, but when I got done with it, then I came to know no, you need to have another dose in order to get immune.
Oh,
So
wow.
yes. Actually, we have an application, mobile application, which tells the status of our health, whether the person is immune or not, or has he got first dose or second dose, everything.
Okay,
So
yeah.
application after getting my first dose, it was showing to me that I am immune. But even
Mm.
then, to be on a safer side, I got the second dose because it has been almost like 2 years since I went to my country. So that's why I just got the second one as well. That I didn't want to have problems at that time.
It makes sense, doesn't it? If it's being offered to you, get it. Mm. I'm a bit worried because I have a vaccine in Vietnam. Um, Going home to the UK, they won't accept a vaccine done in Vietnam, no matter what it is.
Really?
Yeah, they don't
Why is that?
accept vaccines that are done outside of Europe, apparently.
But if the vaccination is the same, even then they do not accept it.
I think it's like more to do with the paperwork, like, so it's very hard for them to prove that my vaccination in Vietnam is real because of that paperwork. So that I could come back into the UK with a piece of paper that says I'm fully vaccinated, but I could be lying. I could have got a fake document from Vietnam.
Mhm.
I'm not lying, but I could be. So I think rather than it being about the vaccine, it's about the paperwork involved. Um,
So,
so
mhm.
I would have to get a booster shot in the UK to prove I'm vaccinated.
Right. So actually, they do not believe on Vietnam that they are giving like real vaccinations or not.
I think I think it's just the paperwork. They don't know if I've
Mhm.
faked it. Whereas in Europe, because England has such close ties with all European countries, it can prove it from the databases are very connected.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I
So
don't know. It's
is
gonna be
it
long.
like is it like if you are getting vaccinated in England, only then
Mm.
they have like they will consider that you are vaccinated. If you are getting vaccinated in any other country, so they will not accept it, whether it's Vietnam, Saudi Arabia, whatever the country is.
They will take the UK and Europe. So if you get vaccinated in Europe, it's okay.
Uh-huh.
But I think that's because the computer systems in the UK and Europe are very linked
Hmm.
because we were in the euro.
Right.
Yeah, it's quite difficult. Like I went to get my COVID vaccine. They gave me a piece of paper with my name spelt incorrectly on it. It only had
Right.
the year I was born. It didn't have my full date of birth.
Right.
It didn't
Right.
have
Right.
my passport number on it. It's just this
Mhm.
really crummy piece of paper with like and then a stamp on it that says I'm vaccinated. So it's not and it's I have like an app, like you were saying, like an app that
Mhm.
tells it hasn't I got my vaccine 2 weeks ago and it's not on the app to say I've been vaccinated. Um,
Okay. Okay.
Things
So
work a bit slower here.
it seems that Vietnam, what I personally I have like observed that it's not very organized
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's like organized chaos. Like it works, but it's not the it's not organized in the sense that I'm used to.
Okay. Right.
Like when we
Right.
went to get our vaccines, that it was at this community center and it
Mm-hmm.
was during lockdown, so it
Mm-hmm.
should be social distancing.
Right.
There was no social distancing. There was
Mm-hmm.
lots of like kind of like trying to get your sheets to fill in your forms. There was like there was a line, 3 lines to queue, and then you couldn't queue any further back, so people just put their stools here, and
Uh,
then there was no more queuing system for the extra people, so people just like going round and trying to make queues
so
and like
it
yeah,
was a bit crowded,
yeah,
but in Saudi Arabia, what I have observed, I've been here,
mm,
as I told you, for almost 3 years. Things over here are very organized. Like you just need to take appointment from your cell phone, and
yeah,
when you go to the hospital, there are so many people to assist you. You will
mm,
take like only 5 minutes to get vaccinated in the hospital.
wow,
There are no queues because there are so many, like they have prepared setup. There are so many people who are vaccinating people, and
mm,
there are people standing there to just show you where you need to go. So,
yeah,
and as soon as I returned, my application was updated.
yeah.
So
It's just
that's
so
the thing.
difficult and different
Actually,
here.
it's different for me as well because I'm from Pakistan.
Yeah,
I have
okay.
I have I never experienced it there, but Saudi Arabia is amazing.
I think it's one of those things where money talks, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
when a
Mhm.
country is rich, it has the funds to be organized.
Yes, but I want to add one more thing. You should also be honest and loyal because even in Pakistan, the areas where they have money, they do not have any financial problems, but they are corrupt. They don't
Mm,
want to spend on people.
yeah,
This is the problem.
yeah, it's pretty awful. There's a lot of countries in the world that have the means to be wealthy, and people in power take that money and don't spend it on the people, and people live in poverty, which is
Exactly.
pretty
Exactly.
awful.
But when I see like these, some of the Western countries, America, England, Canada, what I like in these countries, they are very clean and very organized. There are problems as well, but the
Yeah,
first thing which I really admire is cleanliness, and the same is here in Saudi Arabia. It's very clean and peaceful.
yeah, yeah. It's cultural in a way, isn't it? Like, but there's so in Vietnam, I think some of the things that stop people from being clean and tidy is they don't have bins anywhere. In the UK, we have bins
Uh,
everywhere, so
yes,
people to put
yes.
their rubbish in. So in
Mm,
Vietnam, there's no bins, so people are like, where to put my rubbish? Oh, just on the street because there's nowhere else to put it. Um,
mm,
so yeah, it's really if you grow up in a culture without bins, then you might not think about putting your rubbish in the bin. But if you grow up in a culture with bins, you put it
mhm.
in the bin. Um,
Yeah, right. But
Mm,
in Pakistan, what I have observed, s- in some places where there are bins, you will
mm,
not find the garbage inside the bin. It will
round.
always around it.
Yeah.
But
I've
here in Saudi Arabia, there are people from Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, but you will never see it is outside the bin. It is
yeah.
always inside, and there is a very organized and systematic way to get rid of that garbage, because like every day a truck comes and just empty that bin regularly, whether it's a public holiday or anything, Sunday, Monday, whatever it is, they always come.
Yeah. It's important. It really does make your living environment so much nicer when it's clean and tidy.
Yes, yes, you are mentally in a peaceful environment.
100%. Do you prefer living in Saudi Arabia to Pakistan, or do you miss living in Pakistan?
I love to be over here. I just don't want to go to Pakistan. But there is no job security, and let's see
So
what
in
happens.
Saudi Arabia, there's no job security.
Yes.
Mm, that's unfortunate. Do you just feel like you prefer Saudi Arabia because it's what is it about Saudi Arabia that you prefer to Pakistan? Because I feel like my knowledge of the two countries is limited. Um,
Um, okay. So Pakistan and Saudi Arabia both are like Muslim countries,
mm,
but there there are a lot of differences. As I
okay.
told you, that it is cleaner, it's more peaceful, it's more organized, and what I have felt that people over here respect others as well.
Okay.
And like, if I give you one example, in Pakistan, when you cross, this is my personal experience. when
Yeah.
you cross the streets when you cross the streets, the cars do not stop, they try to run over you. But here here, when they see you crossing the roads, okay, they stop their cars,
Yeah.
whether the signal is green or red, whatever it is, they will stop the car, let you go, cross the street, and they then go.
Yeah.
So these are the things which I like about Saudi Arabia, and the most important thing is that, as a Muslim, this Saudi Arabia is very sacred place for us,
Yeah.
because we have holy Makkah over here, we have Medina over here. So that is another reason. So before coming over here, what were you doing for a living?
So I studied at university, and then I worked. My mum owns a care home, mm,
Hmm.
so I was helping like the elderly. Um, so
Ah,
I'd like help them get
cool.
out of bed and put their clothes on and paint their nails and just look after
Uh-huh.
them.
Right, right, right. So what do you think? What you are gonna do after going back to your country?
um, my plan is um, my plan is to maybe do something in special education needs, maybe because
Mhm.
I like teaching, I like working with children in particular. I have a psychology degree, so
Right.
uh, so working with children who have got special education needs, like kids with autism or ADHD. Either that, or I'm going to do maybe a PCGE in teaching at
Right.
primary school. So
Mm.
it's one of the two. I haven't
Wow.
quite decided.
Okay, okay, that's cool. Sounds great. In Vietnam, do you think as a non-native speaker, you can easily get job as an English teacher?
So they have recently changed the law. Um, if you are a non-native speaker, then you need to do a proficiency test. to make sure you are. I think it's C1. I think it is. You can be an English teacher definitely as a non-native. My company has Filipinos working for it. I have friends that are Spanish that teach English here. As long as your level of English is okay, you can teach English here. Now, because of the law changes, I think for you, for example, you have 3 years of experience in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
You have a level of English. You have qualifications. I think you would be completely fine to come teach here. You would get paid well, and it's very cheap to live here. So,
Cool. So you said it is like I will get paid well. So what is the average salary in dollars as a teacher over there?
average is about 20 to 25 US dollars an hour.
On monthly basis, what it would be?
Mm,
Like here, if I tell you in Saudi Arabia, you will get, as a non-native, you will get 1,500 to 2,000 or 2,500.
I think that's about the same. I'd say it's about the same, depending where you're working.
Okay.
So I have a friend who makes like 3,000 US dollars, but I make about one. I make about 1,500 to 2,000 depending on the month.
Okay, but you are a native speaker. Don't you get more?
Not if you get a good company. If you get a good company, you'll get the same. If you get a bad company, you will get less.
Okay.
This is what I was saying about knowing good companies to work for, like knowing friends to know good companies.
For example, if I want to apply over there, what should be the method, the way? Do I need to apply online or what?
Yeah, you probably need to come to the country and get a work permit. You would either come to the country as a tourist and find someone to work for, or you could get a sponsorship to come into the company with the country. I could tell you some good companies to come and look at that could help you, that would not rip you off.
Right.
So yeah, if you found a good company, so you would get sponsored by them, and you would get a business visa, and you would sort out your work permit as soon as you got here. Or you would get a tourist visa, come into the country, find a job, and then transfer onto a business visa and sort out your work permit then.
Right. We will talk about it in our next class.
Okay.
It was lovely talking to you. Have a great day. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Have a nice day. Bye.